Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Lewis University's television network. Today is Thursday, February 9th, 2023. I'm Tony Donardis.
And I'm Allison Lankowitz.
And we begin with our top national stories.
A moving image from a small village in Syria. This is little Miriam waiting to be rescued under the rubble from Monday's earthquake with one of her siblings. As you can see, Miriam is talking to rescuers while they attempt to safely pull them out. Thankfully, both children were taken out of the debris and reunited with their parents and another sibling, all who were also trapped under the rubble for more than 24 hours. Miriam's father says his family prayed out loud for people to hear them, and he is very grateful for those who rescued them.
Honda is recalling more than 114,000 vehicles over backup camera display that may not work when the vehicle is in reverse. The recall involves 2018 to 2020 Fit hatchbacks and 2019 to 2022 HR-V SUVs. The malfunction is the result of a faulty audio system circuit, and it only involves vehicles with an ignition key, not a push-button start. Honda says it's aware of just over 200 warranty claims related to the issue, but no injuries. The automaker is asking owners of the affected vehicles to bring them to a dealership for a software update. Honda will contact owners by mail beginning in mid-March.
The Federal Reserve isn't expecting inflation to end anytime soon. Federal Chairman Jerome Powell admitted Tuesday the central bank was surprised by January's job report. It showed the economy added more than 500,000 jobs, which was almost 3 times what analysts expected. It came shortly after the Federal issued its lowest interest rate hike in almost a year, signaling the bank thought inflation was starting to stabilize. Still, Powell said he never expected inflation to decline in a straight line.
A Massachusetts woman appeared virtually from her hospital room on Tuesday as prosecutors formally charged her with killing her 3 children. Lindsay Clancy is from Duxbury, an area 35 miles south of Boston. Court documents show she told her husband she tried to kill herself and jumped out of a window. Moments later, Patrick Clancy found his children, ages 5, 3, and 8 months old, in the basement of their home. They had all been strangled. Clancy's lawyer says his client was battling postpartum depression on 12 different medications and was not responsible for the killings.
While gas prices have remained steady in the past week, experts are concerned that could change with recent job news. The U.S. economy added 517,000 jobs in January, which means the unemployment rate fell to 3.4%, hitting a level not seen since 1969. Experts from AAA say those great job numbers could mean a healthier global economy and lead to higher oil prices. According to data from the Energy Information Administration, gas demand rose from 8.14 million to 8.49 million barrels per day last week.
Up next, we have our second Lewis Spotlight of the semester.
Stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
I'd like to welcome Dr. Michelle Clifton as our Lewis Spotlight guest this week. She is the Lewis University Director of the Prison Education Program we have here, and she is passionate advocate for people and groups who are marginalized in society. And she is currently working with 16 incarcerated males at the Sheridan Correctional Center in Sheridan, Illinois, to help give them the education they deserve. So Michelle, thanks for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
And I mentioned the Sheridan Correctional Center, which is what Lewis is working with right now. There's 16 incarcerated males that you guys are working with, and a majority of them are receiving second chance Pell Grants. Can you kind of tell us a little bit what that actually is?
Yeah. So Second Chance Pell Grants is a program that was started under the Obama administration in 2016. And in 1994, the Clinton administration took away Pell Grants for incarcerated people through the crime bill. And so programs in prison plummeted from like 350 in the mid-90s to like 12 in the early 2000s. So Obama reinstated Pell Grants as a pilot program, and Lewis was chosen to be one of the schools to pilot an undergraduate program funded by Pell Grants. And the majority of our students have full funding through this Second Chance program.
And what kind of classes are being taught to all these?
So the students are earning their bachelor's degree in professional studies with a business minor, and we're starting off with a core course called Search for Faith, which I'm teaching, and the students are doing interfaith analyses, and they're bringing themselves to the work, and it's been really exciting so far. They're 3 weeks in, and one of the students said today, "I've learned so much in 3 weeks already. This is amazing. I can't wait to keep going in the program."
And do the faculty from Lewis go to these centers to teach?
They will. So I'm the pilot faculty person, and I'm starting off by going in right now, and then we will be having other faculty come in the spring and the summer, and then in the fall.
Okay. And have you taught in a prison before?
I have. I taught at Stateville Correctional Center for the last 8 years.
And then how different is it, like the atmosphere from a classroom compared to one of those facilities?
Well, first of all, they have no computers, no phones. The technology is limited, and they write their papers right now with pen and paper. The focus is amazing because they don't have distractions, and so far their investment has been among the best that I've seen in my 20 years of teaching.
And them not having computers, has that been a challenge for you that you've encountered?
Yes, especially people who don't have great handwriting. But other than that, handwriting is it's a creative way to think, and I found, that for the most part, they get their papers out there and they're really well done.
And have there been any other challenges or obstacles that you've had to face?
Yeah, so I always say that humanizing work like this and social justice work is always going to be met with resistance. So I tell the students that too when they're learning, and there are some people who aren't for education for incarcerated people, and so there is resistance at times, and that can be difficult. But we just keep showing up and showing our best selves and trying to get as much buy-in as we can at the facility.
And how did Lewis get connected with this program? Like, how was this made possible?
So Lewis applied to get the Pell Grant, the Second Chance Pell Funds last spring, and then connected with Illinois Department of Corrections, which has been a great partner for us, and then the specific facility. And we ran in and launched, like I said a few weeks ago, less than a year after we got the funds.
And what do you hope to achieve overall with this program?
So my hope, and this is why I came to Lewis, I love the Lasallian mission to provide education for underserved communities. So my hope is that as we do that, we can walk alongside people to build meaningful lives inside, that we can address the systems of violence that we see in the prison system, and that we can also interrupt the cycles that lead to mass incarceration and people being imprisoned in the first place. I have high hopes.
And it's not easy for people to work in these facilities either. So
it's not. It's not.
And I just wanted to thank you for everything that you're doing, giving them the education that they deserve. And not everyone has access to that in facilities, and it's a great thing that Lewis is doing
It is.
to collaborate with them.
It is, and these are some of the best humans that I've met. And I'm a big fan of Eminem. I love the song "Lose Yourself,"
Yeah.
and he starts out by, if you had one shot, one moment, would you capture it? And that's
Right.
my philosophy for every single day, and that's why I go in.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for everything that you're doing and Lewis University for getting this started in the first place. And I want to thank you for being here as well.
Glad to be here, Tony, and grateful for Lewis. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Up next, we will have your local news.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
The Chicago Police Department engaged in an hours-long standoff in the Lakeview neighborhood Tuesday. Police said SWAT teams originally responded to an incident in the 1000th block of West George Street related to an armed individual inside a residence around 2 p.m. The armed individual allegedly shot two dogs, one who has since died, that were being walked off-leash in an alley. Police discovered that the man has a concealed carry license and is a FOID holder. The armed man said he felt threatened by the off-leash dogs. The man who shot the dogs isn't in police custody, and the weapon in question hasn't been recovered. Chicago police do not believe the situation to be a threat to public safety.
Jason Hayward's time off the field in Chicago has officially ended, but his impact on the West Side has only begun. The now Dodgers outfielder will be providing opportunities for members of the North Austin neighborhood. His baseball academy, the North Austin Center, is part of a joint effort between Hayward and his wife, the Chicago Fire Football Club, the Chicago Fire Foundation, By the Hand Club for Kids, Grace and Peace Revive Center, and Intentional Sports. The center includes classrooms, an auditorium, basketball courts, and one of the biggest turf fields in Chicago.
Chicago street vendors and city officials held a meeting Tuesday to try and make the licensing requirements easier. During the meeting, tamale, fruit, and corn vendors expressed their frustration and how the regulations are hurting them financially when they're just trying to make an honest living. One woman says she used to prepare street corn on site when customers would place their order, but city officials said that wasn't good enough, resulting in a fine. She says it creates obstacles and more expenses for her small business.
A 25-year-old woman is charged with the alleged shooting of a woman on the CTA Red Line last summer. Latrice Harvey faces felony charges of attempted murder and aggravated battery and discharging a weapon after police say she was involved in shooting a 30-year-old woman last August. Police say the 30-year-old was shot in the knee after an alleged altercation with Harvey on a southbound train near State and Lake Station.
The newest Pizzeria Uno location might not be traditional, but is directly next to the mobile station at the intersection Diversey, Damon, and Clybourne. It's been in the works since 2021 when a previous cabinet shop business knew they were not going to renew the lease. Sonny Gockel, owner of the mobile gas station, believed pizza was something missing from the area and thought that it would lift up the neighborhood. The Lakeview Uno location is open every day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
When we return, we will have our entertainment news.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
A much anticipated video game, Hogwarts Legacy, is set for launch on certain consoles Friday. The game will feature the first transgender character in the Harry Potter franchise. It's significant because in the past, Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling made controversial comments that some call anti-trans. Hogwarts Legacy players will enter the wizarding world as a novice wizard from more than 100 years ago. Variety reports the trans character, Serona Ryan, is the proprietor of the Three Broomsticks pub. It's evident as she tells players it took her classmates time to realize she was, quote, a witch, not a wizard.
One of the biggest movies of all time sails back into theaters this weekend. Titanic is celebrating its 25th anniversary with a theatrical re-release. The film debuted in North American theaters on December 19, 1997. The slight delay to the anniversary release is likely and rightly due to James Cameron's latest blockbuster, Avatar: The Way of Water, which arrived in theaters just 3 days before Titanic's anniversary.
Recording artist Aaron Carter wasn't included in the Grammys In Memoriam segment this year. The tribute uses music and photos to honor artists and musicians who passed away in the past year. Carter died in November at the age of 34. He rose to fame as a teen with his 2000 album, Aaron's Party, Come Get It. Carter's name was on the list on the Grammys website, but not in the televised tribute.
Beyoncé made history at the 65th Grammy Awards. Other multiple award winners included Maverick City Music, Kendrick Lamar, Kirk Franklin, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Willie Nelson, and Ozzy Osbourne. Lizzo spent a portion of her acceptance speech for Record of the Year thanking Beyoncé. The night's final award saw Harry Styles, who already won Best Pop Vocal Album, winning Album of the Year for Harry's House.
You can buy a piece of sports history if you want to call it that. Someone is auctioning off a bottle of sand. Yes, sand from the exact spot where NFL legend Tom Brady made his retirement video for nearly $100,000 on eBay. A user by the name GadgetGS claims to have collected the sand just hours after Brady posted his video. There are several other listings on eBay claiming to sell sand from this spot ranging from $33,000 to $10,000. According to the Miami Herald, Brady shared his retirement video from a beach in North Miami. Up next, we'll have your Lewis Sports Update.
Stay with us.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
The Lewis men's bowling team tallied 7,509 total pins at the McKendree Baker Challenge last Sunday, February 5th. The Flyers placed 7th overall at the two-day tournament and fell just short to Weber International, losing 2-1 in bracket play. The team will travel to Jackson, Michigan next Saturday to conclude their season at the Scotty Classic.
The Lewis women's soccer team signed a new teammate, 6-year-old Gracie Gravink from Bradley, Illinois. Gracie joined the team via Team Impact and now sports number 35 for the Flyers. Gracie is a fighter who never quits and loves her teammates. She embodies everything that the team wants and is a great addition to the program.
The Lewis men's tennis team had a competitive weekend this past Friday and Saturday, facing off against the University of Chicago and Michigan Tech. The Flyers fell 9-0 to U Chicago on Friday before bouncing back on Saturday, beating the Huskies 4-2. Winners for the Flyers included doubles partners Omer Gorgon and Zach Matuzak, as well as Oliver Wiersbicki and Grant Miller. Boris Redkow, Omar Goran, and Oliver Wiersbicki also tallied wins in the singles category for the Flyers.
The women's basketball team picked up another home win on Saturday against the University of Illinois Springfield. The victory was their third straight in Neil Carey as they defeated UIS 73-54. Top player performances included Kat Schmidt with her third straight double-double, as well as Taylor Galuzzo with 13 points and Jenna Badali with 7 assists. The Flyers are back on the road and head to Missouri to play William Jewell College tonight.
The Lewis men's volleyball team bounced back against the University of Mount Olive on Saturday after a tough loss against George Mason on Friday. The Flyers swept the Trojans in 3 sets, winning 25-21, 25-14, and 25-20. Flyer opposite Christian Prayer led the team with 10 kills and 10 digs. The boys are back in action next weekend as they start their official conference play against both Ball State and The Ohio State University.
That is it for today's news. Thank you for watching. As a reminder, you can always keep up with Lewis News on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and by visiting our YouTube channel. I'm Allison Lankwitz.
And I'm Tony DeNardis. Have a great night.